Have you ever noticed something strange? We spend our entire lives chasing money, working for it, stressing about it, planning around it. Yet almost no one ever explains what it actually is. Not the dictionary definition, not medium of exchange, not store of value. I mean what it really is. Money is not wealth. Money is access. And the moment you understand that difference, your entire perspective changes. Let's start simple. If tomorrow everyone stopped believing a currency had value, it would collapse instantly. Why? Because modern money isn't backed by gold. It's backed by confidence. Confidence in governments, confidence in institutions, confidence that other people will accept it tomorrow. Money works because we agree it works. That's it. But here's where it gets more interesting. When you receive a paycheck, you're not receiving wealth. You're receiving a claim on wealth. You are holding a ticket that gives you access to goods, services, labor, and assets. And most people never move beyond that ticket. They earn, they spend, they repeat. But the real system operates one layer deeper. Let's talk about banks. When you deposit money, it doesn't just sit there waiting for you. Banks use deposits to issue loans. This system allows money to expand through lending, which means a large portion of the money in circulation exists because someone, somewhere, is paying interest on a loan. Debt is not an accident in the system. It is a core mechanism. And here's the critical distinction. Debt used for consumption shrinks your future. Debt used for investment can expand it. Most people borrow to buy things that go down in value. Cars, clothes, upgrades, lifestyles. But assets, businesses, equity, real estate, productive investments, those can generate cash flow. Same tool, completely different outcome. That's not unfair. That's structural. Now let's talk psychology. The system doesn't just run on numbers. It runs on behavior. You are constantly shown what success looks like. The car, the apartment, the watch, the vacation. Status has been merged with spending. And the easiest way to spend beyond your means? Credit. Credit allows you to enjoy today what your future self must work for tomorrow. That's powerful, but it also creates limitation. When your income is already assigned to payments you haven't even made yet, you lose flexibility. You can't take risks easily. You can't walk away easily. You can't experiment freely. You become financially committed to maintaining the current version of your life. And stability starts feeling like survival. Now here's something rarely explained clearly. The wealthy don't avoid debt. They structure it. They aim for assets that produce income greater than the cost of borrowing. And when that math works, debt becomes leverage instead of liability. Meanwhile, most households are stuck servicing interest on items that produce no return. That difference compounds, and compounding is where everything changes. If you invest consistently, even modestly over decades, growth accelerates. Time becomes your ally. But if interest is working against you, time becomes your enemy. That's the silent divide. Not intelligence, not effort, structure. Now let's remove emotion from this. The system is not evil, it's mechanical. It rewards patience, ownership, asset accumulation. Long-term positioning, it penalizes. Impulse consumption, driven identity. High-interest liabilities, short-term thinking. Most people aren't bad with money. They were never taught the framework. They were taught how to earn, not how to allocate, not how to multiply, not how to structure risk. And once you understand that, shame disappears. Clarity replaces it. You don't need to escape the system. You need to understand it well enough to stop playing it blindly. That might mean spending below your income, avoiding lifestyle inflation, learning about investing, understanding taxes, thinking in decades instead of months. It's not flashy, but it's powerful. You may never control monetary policy. You may never control global debt levels. But you can control your leverage, your liabilities, your investment horizon, your consumption habits. And that's more influence than most people ever exercise. Money is not the enemy. Ignorance of how it behaves is. The moment you shift from consumer to allocator, from spender to strategist, the system starts working differently for you. Not instantly, but gradually. And gradual compounded advantage is how real wealth is built. So the question isn't, is the system fair? The real question is, now that you understand the rules, how will you move differently? Because once you see the structure, you can't unsee it. And that awareness is where financial power actually begins. Follow for more financial truths.